Hey, what's up, guys? Maltosier. We're back with some more of the greatest, and we're about to start the last chapter of the first game in this duology. Okay, hopefully this button works. That's right. Okay, the adventure of the unspeakable story. Shit, my bad. All right, let's go. Episode 5. A hound it was, but not such a hound as what any mortal's ever seen. Its eyes glowed like a smolder.
It's coming!
Same.
Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us.
Was it a cock?
A hound it was.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But not such a hound as
Happy Labor Day,
mortal
thanks.
has ever seen.
Sorry, my Labor Day has a
Its eyes
U in it.
glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous
Cock-sized
howl,
body?
So terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
Baskervilles. This sounds so familiar. Why does that sound familiar? The Hound of the Baskervilles? I might have seen something related to this before. Our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. And in that disconcerting courtroom experience... Okay, it's been a few days, so I gotta get my fake-ass accents back in here. My cringe accents. I'll cringe anybody who actually has the accent. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on that day we arrived in the country, and in Soski-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur. An unknown student of law from a faraway land. Oh wait, what the hell's gonna happen? This shit's gonna be fucking crazy. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is... Oh yeah, we just got an office. Oh yeah, that's a really important detail. We literally moved in with Herlock Sholmes, and we have our own office there. Our first office. That is... Until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. 15th April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. I guess that's the name of it. Also, yeah, he was hatless and coatless. Knock. Who's there? That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes. Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see. What case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said that she would make us breakfast this morning. I think that was the wrong voice. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. I love this theme, man. Is this her theme? I think it's Susato's theme. The telegram. Well, just fucking learn to cook, dude. It's not even hard, bro. You literally just fucking do it. That's all you gotta do. Unless you're living unless you live with your parents, and then it's hard to actually want to cook, because they're just fucking cooking everything anyway, so... Which I don't blame you for. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not gonna get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't Don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. Ahem. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. Really? Damn, that's a grudge to hold. I suppose Sosuke-san would have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal, which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away. A fortnight ago? Poggers, dude! We had a very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems that the voyage has been going well. Bro, I'm playing Fortnite right now. You're playing 2 weeks ago? I mean, not for another 2 weeks? Shit, I fucked it up. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Sosuke-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yes, I can't help but wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. The Reaper. True. Is he actually cursed, or what? What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. That's gonna be what the case is, isn't it? Yes, but at least Sosuke-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean that he wields a sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants? No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since Sosuke-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Is he gonna be the person I gotta defend, then? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court at all for several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in this recent spate of trials, then? Just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna look at my own office. Let's check out our office, guys. Shovel! Nothing. No one cares about shovel. Apparently it's in place. Oh, never mind. Shovel! Oh, sorry, that's spade. Has been in here since we started renting the place. Oh, that's not a spade, Naruhodo. It's a shovel. The man got me, bro. Bro, Naruhodo got me. He tricked my ass. I was right the first time. Wait, what? No, shovels are for digging. Wait, who's right? That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade. No, spades are for digging, and that's for scooping up loose material. It's a shovel. I don't want to dig a hole for myself, so let's leave it. Get it? Get it? Cause whatever that is. Now I literally don't know what it actually is now. So I'm just gonna not think about it. Anyways, let's go over here. It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Naruhodo-san? Thank you, Susato-san, but I'm alright for now. With the green tea Susato-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. The stepladder argument with a shovel this time? Yeah. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? No. I don't like green tea in any. I don't like matcha green tea. I don't like loose leaf green tea. Nah, man. I ain't about the green tea, man. I don't care what anyone says. All right. I'm just wrong. Nah. You're wrong. You've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Sato-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. That sounds like laziness. And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. Ah, the Daruma doll that I brought with me from home. Still with only one eye colored in. I said I'd color the other eye once I won my first court case here in Britain, but you have one, haven't you? Twice, in fact. Because I feel as though I'm lacking as a lawyer. I tell you what. Why don't you color the other eye once you think I'm a proper, fully fledged lawyer? If you insist, then she's gonna like immediately color it in, you know? No? Okay, I guess she doesn't think so yet. Oof. So this is the tea set that Susato brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk into my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruto-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know? I don't like to see you screw up your face so. Damn, screw up your face. Damn, dude. Did you say my face is screwed up? Damn, bruh. What's over here? How in my coffee? It depends. Depends. I've tried to get, like, here's the thing. I really don't like bitter tastes. I've tried to drink just black coffee. Nah, I just can't. It's just like drinking medicine. And then sometimes I'm in the mood for something ridiculous. Sometimes I like having milk with a hint of coffee. So, but usually I just go for double-double. That's good enough for me. That's a good middle ground. I have ordered a 4x4 once, though. Once. It was pretty good. This must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah! No! You mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances. Why did she just leave it there if I'm not supposed to see it? Alright, I won't. I'm sorry, Naruto-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. And put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Exactly! I like how Yurinosuke always just says what I'm thinking. Out loud with my voice. I don't know why I ask. I don't drink no coffee. I don't know. It's just 2 cups, 2 milk, 2 cream, 2 sugar. That's what double-double means. There's also single-single, but no one really says that. There's also a triple-triple, which is exactly what you expect, and a 4x4 is exactly what you expect. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and it's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness! Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great, though, is it? True. As someone who has seen my brother take care of the aquarium while I lazily did nothing. True. No, it's 4 creams, 4 sugars, not 16 creams. Diabetes! Do you know I have never seen inside your room there, Susato? I've never even peeped inside. I should think so, too. The young maiden's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets, you know? Whatever you say, young maiden. Yeah, what the fuck? That's her room? Where do I sleep then? Don't tell me I sleep on the ground. Do I have a room? Bro, I have a chair? And a desk? Where's my bed? I'm on the floor, aren't I? God damn it. Why don't I just share with Susato? I didn't even click that. I got the fish tank? A-N-A-N-M-me. Oh, true, dude. Okay. Whoa. Hey, have you ever seen this before? I bet you haven't. But you haven't seen this shit. It means a great deal to me, you know, that you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer. And whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength through Kazuma. I absolutely can't be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial. But just the other day, I noticed you weren't wearing it when we went to visit that park. Sometimes I forget to take it off. Fair. Alright, let's go. Sholmes is sweet! Why isn't that Sholmes is sweet? That'd be funny. We're at Sholmes is sweet. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. I almost said Sussy. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that. You noticed that, did you? Damn, he's so good. He's so good. Hurley isn't in his best form this morning, it seems. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. A good morning to die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Cat! Oh look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. Meow! That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different.
Meat.
Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. Yeah, wait, his analytical contraption's gone. Meat on the Pikachu, goddammit. Every time. Wanting to die. This is why I have my sound commands really quiet for this game. It actually helps me ignore them really well. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like a dawn chorus. Its melatonin tones would make flowers bloom. It would? But now, the muses aren't amused with me. True. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, or bowed. Bowed? Bowed or bow? I don't know if he's talking about violin, bow, or... oh, whatever, who cares? For days, even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever! No more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you? Have you, Hurley? Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Don't worry. I'm sure I will come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruto. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man. The next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh, dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction, perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? No, we don't. Bowed means action? Oh, okay. Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but... your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytic scope? That's at Windy Banks now. Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank? No, Windy Banks. The pawnbrokery. Pawn? What? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I have on to you. Dear madame, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? Doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? And we're back here. How pawnbroking works. Tell us. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. Pawnbroker? With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. Is it? What's the point of that? I don't get it. So they basically, but that's so unstable because the fucking worth of everything changes so much. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windy Banks, you see? A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even but then people can just buy that shit while you're not there. Securely, I don't understand pawnbroking? Yeah, probably not. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain?
Get fucked!
Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Oof. Is it. I'm done. We done. Where do we go to eat? Where do we go to eat? What am I supposed to do? Wait, he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. He's just standing there. Okay, let me look around. Oh, there we go. Wagahai. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh, we took the cat from Mr. Natsume, bro. Oh yes, I'd have become very attached to little Waggy. Would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their mews as empty as the hearts of the muses. That's pretty good. That was pretty poetic. She has a model where she's holding a cat? Yo, it's so cute! If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason, terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Mr. Natsume is the guy we defended in the last trial. His name is Sosuke Natsume. Well, I don't mind because Waggy is adorable. We only saw this cat once inside his house. Yes, and we talked to him and he left. Yes, he really is. Oh, yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runa. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the Cat Flap-O-Mat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all.
Nice one, my furry friend.
Thanks. No matter what its name made of, it's very powerful. Wait, what the fuck? It can cut any door? That's crazy. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hee 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 hee! It doesn't seem more fun, you're right. Angry meow! Oh, what was that? Wagahai? Clatter, clatter! Screech! Dude, this cat's getting destroyed! What was that? No. Wagahai's tangled up in your violin! I think he thinks it's a toy. No. What's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mr. Sholm's precious violin. Uh-oh. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. The cat got no, dude. It was the other way around, Chocobo. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I? Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. How do I do that? How do I... Oh! With the fucking examine button. Looks fine to me. Never mind. So, this is the violin, is it? It is Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust and languishing in that pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music? To tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madame? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right! Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. But that's not all. Wait. Are we about to solve the case of the murdered and then replaced violin? And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? Is this a viola? Bro, is this a fucking viola? What's this? Because I used to play the viola. Back when I actually gave a shit. I mean, like I didn't actually, like it was in my music class, all right? I dropped music as soon as possible though, because I wasn't interested in learning an instrument. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. Fucking knew it! Can't believe it was a cat burglar. Can I play anything? Yeah, I can play the voice. Huh? Actually, I own a fucking, like, actually in-tune ocarina. And I used to be able to play, like, every single Zelda song on it. But then I don't know where the fuck that ocarina is anymore. And I'm so sad. I really hope I could find it one day. That was beautiful. Thanks. What? Yeah, you gotta play completely different sheet music for violas. That's why it doesn't work out too well. Because it has deeper string sounds. You're right, you're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then. I literally was trying to think of something to sing, and I couldn't think of anything, so I went, oh. I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. You used to play the viola as well, Pikachu? You played the violin in 3rd grade because you had to and haven't really played an instrument ever since? Well, I'll play the piano and keyboard. Yeah. I mean, I can also make music on a synthesizer, but that doesn't really count, I don't think. It's not really an instrument. It's just me kind of trial and erroring instruments and making a song with it. Irish! Mix up. Tromboner. We should make a band. All right, I'll do the vocals. Huh. What do you mean by mix up, Iris? Oh, yo, she's about to tell us about fucking Smash shit. Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Winterbanks until last week. At the pawnbrokers? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. What a beautiful performance, Walt. Thanks. There is a proverb from the East in which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth? Oh, what a wonderful idea! Last week I pawned my great analyscope in order to release my precious instrument. It would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with his tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. Now, this guy has a lot of really good lines. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that you just had strings. Pshaw! Pshaw! A fine state of affairs this is, and why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. They will try to fiddle your diddle. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere allying. Sorry. Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, pressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Winterbank's brokery at once. Isn't that right, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato, without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to press your egg ever more obtusely. All right, say no more, let's go then. Don't worry, Bruno, I'll be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. Do you want to talk now that you're more confident? Nope. Alright, let's go. Baker Street and Windy Banks Pawnbrokery. Let's go to Baker Street first. Yeah, we'll check it out. I can make him depressed again. You're right. If I clicked one of those goddamn conversations. There's the pawnbrokers, there's the closed brokers, there's the store brokers, and there's the lamppost brokers. So the broker we want is actually the pawnbroker. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop. Ah, that's Windibanks, the pawnbrokery. Looks much smarter than a pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. Personally, I prefer air. It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. I've never used a fountain pen before. I'm kind of curious. Oh God, no! I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go. Kelly Clarkson made a song in the 1800s? Yeah. You didn't know? Actually, I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. I'm not Canadian enough to know what Kelly Clarkson sang. Or any lyrics. I'm a failed Canadian. So this is a British pawnbrokery. What kind of crazy character are we going to meet here? What doesn't kill us makes us strong. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was Kelly Clarkson. You realize this? You don't even say sorry, right? What the fuck does that mean? What do you mean I don't say sorry, right? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Your jokes are always a miss? No, it's just that I'm kind of shit. People, there's one thing I've consistently done. There's one thing I've consistently done to a lot of people. Basically, if one of someone's interest is music, one of my interests is not music. Like I'll listen to music, but I don't like listen to like lyrical shit most of the time. I listen to video game music sometimes, and whenever there's someone who's really into music and tries to make music jokes or movie jokes to me, because I don't watch a lot of movies either, I always disappoint them, like 100% of the time, and then they eventually stop talking to me because of that. Because usually when people are really into music or movies, it's like their whole thing, just like how my whole thing is video games and anime. So it's just like once I disappoint someone once, I go like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk to this person in very soon. They're probably gonna stop talking to me. I must be on my way out. Well, you definitely know, because we have gaming and anime crossover. The people I'm talking about do not have that. They go like, what? You don't watch movies? What? And they get mad. Anyways, oh my, there are a lot of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. I can't though. Why? I am dying. Lol, lol, lol. Stop making me laugh. What are you talking? I was just wait. What was so funny about what I just said? It's a tragic tale. All right. Susato-san. That spark of wonder in your eyes. I can't wait to see. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? Do I watch anime movies? Yes, actually. The most recent one I watched was. I mean, I actually don't in general, but I tried to this time because I was really into the Index series, and I watched the movie for that one. I don't say sorry, right? How do I say sorry right? What is wrong with saying so? What are you talking about? Soy? I don't say soy, I say sorry. I don't say soy. I ain't no soy boy. I do know people don't hear me right when I might, you know what? I think you're right. I think I'm actually really bad at saying RR. Like, you know, just like a re, like when I'm talking fast. I realize that because I'm always struggling at saying Mr. Naruhodo. I say Mr. Naruto, and then I fuck up. And also, I've had people think I say corn when I try to say the character from Fire Emblem. Corrin. I say Corrin, but I guess it sounds like corn. It's way too close to corn. Corrin. It does kind of sound like corn, doesn't it? Corrin. Corrin. So if I say sorry in a wrong way, I guess I can believe it. I get the impression that you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. It's always known that Canadians say Suri. Who the fuck says Suri? Hell no! You know the Canadian accent that people are talking about is actually specifically the East Coast, like coastal people, the coastal locals, like in Newfoundland and shit. I've never heard anyone talk like that because I've never been there. It's 2 letters off. That is true. P.I. Yeah. Sorry, maybe not Nova. No, maybe not Newfoundland. Somewhere there. Okay, that's all I know. I've never been there. I actually really want to go though. I want to go visit there and just check the place out. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. Stop punching her! And clearly, Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes. Do you count this as a beard? You count this as a beard, Pikachu? Ah, Mr. Sholmes, welcome back. Wait, you can't even... you can kind of see him peeking. He's right there, you see him? He's looking at the Rem and Ram. He's like, ooh. Did you hear the brazen welcome? Well, yes. We are potential customers, of course. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo. Holy shit! Alright, that's it. Didn't mean to wink. That's probably the best place to actually put a wink. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come! The fight is afoot. Is it? Hey, how's it going, man? Windybank is superb. Is he actually? Let's find out. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes! The color of the foot is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. I just skipped the fucking line. What the fuck? This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. A wonderful summary of observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Wait, what the fuck? He's gonna shoot us! I shall have to take my own life. Well, this guy fucking schmovin', dude. He ran as fast as the ultimate imposter. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yo, this guy's popping off, bro! Yo, this guy's popping off! Ah, yes? It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin, and when I heard, ah, here it is! Why do you have to run like that? Because man got a mission, man! Man gotta pick up that gun ASAP! He's a fucking marathon sprint. You did? And when I turned to contribute you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow. The vault is mine. Man just fucking fell over. Ew. Sheesh! It wouldn't appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that. Questionable disposition now, would you? Haha, I do believe you may be right, sir. Ah ha 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 ha! Ah ha 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 ha! Alright. Taidu, damn it! It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. Titties. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I need to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Before you kill yourself, tell me exactly what this unpublished story is. Okay? Yo, she don't give a shit. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sato-san is really fired up now. Is it really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon, a manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes, the latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Let me kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. This is all very strange. I wonder, could I ask you something? Ah, a gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Aha! But for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. In fact, give it to me right now. Just take off all your clothes. I'll give you 5 guineas. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Yo, what's up, Gravy? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it was that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Actually, it's actually a Windy glitch. It's not Wendy Bank, it's Windy Bank, alright? Also, I accidentally skipped the line because I was making a joke. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items, offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If, in that time, they repay their original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed, then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. So if customers' precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. The very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us it was all a good day to die only this morning. True! And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such tragedy never occurs. On what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, of which Mr. Winterbank has installed here in this shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank? What was that deep sigh about it? Class trial? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. Oh my god, bro. This is some fucking Phoenix Wright... Danganronpa V3 shit, dude. Very astute. I also skipped something again. God damn it. Because, when I accidentally scroll my scroll wheel, it just, counts as advancing the text, which is really stupid. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. That seems kind of worthless. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the counter shop. The shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it can produce a crystal clear image even in the darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look! So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But wouldn't they just show up between the 30 minutes? But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madame. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank. Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. The cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but two cameras in my shop after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. True. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know. My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Now then, Mr. Holmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Wait, but we're gonna have to pay him back because you fucking destroyed the viola. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you tried to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry. I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, sir, Mr. Winterbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Holmes. Man, he has some crazy jiggle physics as well. And yeah, you're right. I know. When I was seeing that fucking camera and shit, I knew it was gonna be important to the case, especially because it's vague enough to be completely worthless without extreme other evidence to go with it. So, Mr. Naruhodo, now we can explore at last. Examine. Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box bee. That, my dear madame, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Ah! Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside in which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you can care to imagine can be played. My goodness, a simply delightful machine! Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you can care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now that you've explained it, I've been noticing little price tags and everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest in the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My Trinity University uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit! A gun! Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Winterbank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. This revolver here. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Winterbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Indeed, in recompense for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? I guess you could... all of these comments are like assuming I haven't talked to him yet. So like, I guess I could have done this before talking to him. In like hindsight. Oh well. Ooh, dolls! Now, what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It's aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. God, I hate that! I can't cross my eyes. I'm so bad at seeing these kind of things. However, if that is beyond you, is of little consequence today. Oh, what? Is that because this thing automatically solves it? Alright then, I'm going to try it. Mr. Naruto, you must see! At once! Oh, alright then. Never understand what it means to cross your eyes. Have your eyes do this. Like, look, both of them looking at your nose. So I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go, it's literally on the screen. Hey, it's her! Was I right about everyone in the jury ending up, like, eventually showing up as people? Bro, is this the cute maid? What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Oh god, don't tell me she's a fucking corpse. I just realized that's a possibility. She could just be dead. Oh no, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me, game. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. I can't cross my eyes? No, as far as I know, I can't. Does this count? Am I doing it? I'm trying to look at my nose, but I don't know if it's working. Was that crossing my eyes? I don't feel like I am. No? Okay, then no, I can't. They're often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madame. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Is it really that complicated? Bro, is it really that complicated to explain? Like, is it really that, it's just the same picture at slightly different angles. So that your brain, like, auto-corrects it like how it looks in real life. Right? Am I wrong? Is that not how it is? Oh. Oh, okay.
No.
No? What? I thought it was! You're saying I don't even know what stereoscopic images are? Look at this, whatever could it be used for?
No, that's wrong.
I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here, look. And there's always a catch. We're going to open it, aren't we? It looks like a face! Oh, you guys can't even see it, because it's Rem and Ram are in the way. God damn it, Rem and Ram. Can y'all, like, move? Whatever, you know what? I'm too lazy to fix it. She'll never manage to put back in the way it was before. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. You mean these ones? Because the stereo... Oh, it makes the real world, like, even more 3D than usual. 3 globes of gold. Is that some sort of charm? Dear me, have you not seen that sign before? No, never. The 3 golden balls, in Great Britain at least, the universal sign of pawnbrokery. There are more than 700 such establishments in the capital, all showing the same sign. Oh, I see. Had I not imagined your ignorance was so profound. I had not... Okay. Oh, well, what is the significance of the 3 golden balls, then? Does it have some special meaning? That is entirely unimportant here, dear madame. Irrelevant, even. You mean you don't know? True. April 15th. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th of April, today's date. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style, page-a-day calendar. And every day at midnight I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period is passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see? So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. What? Only tuppence for it? That ain't fair, and you know it! The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. Is that who I think it is? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need, young girl. Yeah, it's her. Wait. Don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh yes, it's her. It's the young lady from Mr. McGilden's trial 2 months ago. 2 months ago? That was like last week. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. He's a chancer. Runs her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Hello, Mr. Strad. I hope you've been well. Eh? What? You remember me then? Do ya? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here? Down and out, like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel, sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes! So you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windbank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business. Go on, or I'll make trouble for ya. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. And he's dead. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? And you! Go on! Leave me alone! Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Soda-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Whatever. Hey, how's it going? It's me. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mrs. Strad. Yeah, well I am, alright? I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. Just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got her on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy... What? I can see it all... What the fuck? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Holy shit! I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. Was it Chevy Chase? Bro, I don't fucking know. You're not gonna deny it, Mr. Naruto. Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose. Sometimes. I'm not going to deny it either, Mr. Lestrade. Dang it, just showing up when the game was half over. Well, actually, technically, since the Chronicles is 2 games and I'm on the second, I'm on the first game still, but final case. You're actually slightly before. Hey Poro and hey Pineapple Cat, long time no see. Lurking again. All right, Poro, sounds good. And Pineapple Cat, yo, how you doing, man? How you doing? I'm 75% over this game, but 40% over both games. If that makes sense. But not this time, all right? I swear, that thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Sounds good, Pineapple Cat. Thank you for the lurks, guys. I really appreciate it. It actually makes a huge difference in terms of how many people actually find me. Mr. Lestrade's disc. Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is the metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on the surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see? For use inside a music box. Inside a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I've just never seen one of those discs before. The small protrusions of the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. Simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies! He told me he did! He said it was, well... Hey? Who? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker, won't you? Arg. Args in British. She's been in before, of course. This little tattered Demalion. The fuck? I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Can I cut my bread like that? Please? What? Cut what bread like who? What are you talking about? Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. A beard. You want me? No, why would I make... Okay, look, I know I have the chin and the neck, alright? But this doesn't mean I'm gonna make my beard like that, alright? Anyways, no one would see it because I'd be wearing a mask. So, oh, I guess on stream you guys would see it. So, is there something dubious about the discs she brought in today? I should get mutton chops. I would like to eat mutton chops. Well, if only it were that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff won't need storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. Get the prawn stash. Taco, and some people already might know, there is a single picture of me that exists where I'm wearing literally just a mustache. And everyone calls it the prawn stash. And everyone gets really cringe when they see it. And I don't know if I'll post it again, honestly. But as she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Winterbank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. I gotta show it. Wait, you haven't seen it, Chocobo? It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. Can I just leak info like that? Yeah, I can. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. The girl and I can agree a price. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say. For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care, as I understood it. That's right, yes. Rather unsurprisingly, and then rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... Damn, stop looking up and down with... Yeah, what? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? True. Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? You mean this disc? Then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. It was all rather sus, I think. Keep it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Mr. Stride, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man! It's me old man's, ain't it? Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yes, this is definitely all rather sus. Sus! Out of my way, please! Who the fuck? This guy looks like he's straight from JoJo, bro. What the fuck? This man is attractive. Damn! Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies. Gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. I think you're such a jet, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Who are you? How do you know who I am? And the question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the faces of your victims, it seems. You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say... Any music box discs too. No. You can't have it. You just can't. It's my old man, so it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruto. This is a very awkward situation. Yes, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Why are we here? This is not even our problem. We're just gonna sit here and fucking interview them? Alright, whatever. I really like the design of that guy, man. The top hat guy? Holy shit, he's straight... You know who he looks like? Bro! He looks like fucking the guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm man? The fucking guy, you know? The guy who gets all handsy. The fucking handsy guy. What's his name? How do I not remember his name? Yoshikage Kira. There we go. Yoshikage Kira. That's how he looks like. He's Yoshikage Kira with the top hat. From part 4. Alright, Mr. Strad, is what the gentleman is saying... What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on me life. Hey, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? A ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. You lost being handsy guy? Bro. Okay. That means none of you guys have watched JoJo Part 4 then, I'm guessing? It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again. Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. You have? Wait, so how do you not know what I'm talking about? I even said his name. You haven't watched JoJo at all? Oh, okay. I've been thinking about watching JoJo on our watch parties. I don't know if people actually care enough to do that, but you know. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Ugh. Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove. You think I'm the dodgy one? Yoshikage Kira? Maybe it's Kira Yoshikage in the English dub? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? You what? You what, mate? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course! I need only consult Mr. Winterbank's ledger to know the truth. I'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant! I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Zeppelin? You mean Zeppeli? I guess, yeah, he gave me like that too, but no, his... Just his, like, if he didn't have a top hat, he would remind me a lot of how Yoshikage Kira's color scheme is. Like the first version of him. I specifically mean without his hat. Oh. I never ask customers' names, and that's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Yes, I see. But then, how can you know if an article belongs to a person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. The fucking tickets? Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's... Professor. Yes, that's right, and all the evidence we need. Who is he? We don't even know yet. Maybe he's a professor. This gentleman is the rightful... Also, hi, Bantuatha. I've just been responding to you, but I didn't say hi, so hi. The gentleman is the rightful owner of this article, without doubt. A watchword, interesting. You better watch your words carefully. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Winterbank. Thanks, Glitch. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret.
Oh, so hot.
That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. Of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right. Yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt. The article in question is an overcoat, deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. The watchword of Professor. You've only watched 3 and 4 and a little bit of 1. Damn, bro, you missed part 2? I feel like part 2 is what actually got me interested in JoJo. Part 1 was like, okay, alright. Then part 2 was like, okay. And 3 was like, okay, alright, I'm enjoying this. 4 was like, okay. Uh-huh, yeah. And 5 was like, alright. And hopefully 6 is gonna be like, ooh, damn! Yeah, I can't wait for the part 6 anime too. I don't read it at all, so. All perfectly correct information, sir. But, well, ow! Maybe that's your dad, bro. Wait, maybe this is your dad! Maybe you forgot your dad in 2 months! Really, this is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Ugh. You kind of see it now, by the way? Yeah. I don't know, there's something about the art style and everything. And his pretty-ass eyes. Picture postcard gentleman. He must have had it at age 16. Now, this guy's probably like 50 years old. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Sorry, yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Bro, this guy Travis does JoJo poses every fucking line, bro. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup, dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of something somewhere else. What was that theatrical? And what was that theatrical Holy shit! And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? He's a theater kid, yeah. So a JoJo character. Everyone in JoJo is from the theater. Perhaps, anyway, you are a gentleman. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Ah, of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, actually. My name is Susato Mikotoba, and I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Eggard fucking Benedict! The first thing I thought in my head when his name was Benedict was Eggs Benedict. Yeah, that's what the game thought too. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is sus. Now to the matter at hand. Damn, yo, he's moving. My overcoat, return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. Isn't that like a fucking song? I don't know, man. Damn, he looks stupid with that coat. Put that other coat back on. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. Would anyone here be a... You know what? This one guy, one fucking NPC here is making me want to do JoJo for the next watch party. I mean, it would be a good time for me to rewatch it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty down for it though. One day, because I kind of want to rewatch all of it before part 6. P. Diddy. Oh, that's what the song lines are. With with such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. Crikey, ain't it? That's why I 8 grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a lawyer. Yeah, because he fucking took the coat glitch. Are you reading the room? And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. You're not gonna watch part 1, but you give part 2 a chance? But part 1's only 10 episodes. Why don't you like part 1? It's actually really short. Part 6 anime will start on December on Netflix. Other anime streaming 1 month later like Crunchyrolls. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty soon. But of course, sir, here is the disc for you. Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. That is positive another. Another disc. Oh dear. A disc in the 1800s? Yeah, it's a music player disc. A music box disc, which did actually exist back then in this form. I just didn't. The exact reason I don't remember. Interesting. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. It has holes on around. You don't ever look much of past history. No, music boxes with that kind of disc definitely existed. Probably even before 1800s. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that in a museum once because I'm a nerd. Give me a sec, let me see if that's true or not. If it's not, then I take it back, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong? Oh no, apparently 1796 in Switzerland. Or maybe, no, wait, that's the cylinder box. So which one is the disc box? I could be wrong. Damn, I'm not gonna read a fucking full-on Wikipedia article, am I? On stream? Disc. Give me a disc. Okay, it says the first manufacturers of disc-playing music boxes was 1885, so I guess it's technically kind of early in this game. Because I don't think this is 1885 yet, unless it is. I don't know. I don't actually know where in the 1800s this is. So, there you go. Yeah, I know that part, Mantua. I used to follow the trailers in Japan and be really sad that it wasn't out in English. That's why I was so hyped about it. the disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you hiding more than what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait a minute. That disc is mine. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my. Yes, there's blood on that disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man! I didn't say that right. It belonged to me, old man! So you're not having it. Or you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, you'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Miss Lestrade, why is this disc so important to her? The music box disc has been entered into the court record. The ring is mine! You there, in the black livery? Hand the disc to me at once, please. No, don't! He's lying! Grown-ups are all liars. Lawyers. Liars. Wait, do they say liar as lawyer? Because that'd be funny as fuck. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Until now, I'm quite happy he's on the English version after like 6 years. Yeah, I was actually considering playing... There was like an official English fan dub. Or fan service, sorry. Fan sub for this game. Fan translation, there you go. And I think they also had on their thing that they would immediately like remove the fan translation if there was ever an official dub. I mean, official translation. Fuck, man. So I'm assuming they probably did. But I was definitely considering it. Just leave? True, I should probably do that. Wait! I thought it was gonna stop me! Yo, I solved the case! Yeah! We solved the problem! Now we're just playing happy music and hanging out. How's it going? How's it going? Good times, right? Yo, you want to listen to this disc that we stole, dude? So, about this. Wait, I must have more time to examine it thoroughly. Really, there's no need. If it's not relevant at the moment, you just say so. Such takes everything so seriously. Speedrun? Alright, we gotta go back. We gotta go back, guys. I'm sorry. Hopefully they're still there. It sure is tense in here.
This is a good result.
It sure is tense in here. Yeah, let's probably walk out. What a nice day today, ain't it? Birds are singing, sun is shining. What a great day. Anyway, let's go to the pawnbrokery. Crikey. That's not even the right... It's not even the right fucking slang I just used there, but I don't even care. Crikey. Oh my god. Wow, Mr. Starr is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. He really looks like me. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Look at those pure... Wait, they've been staring at each other this whole time? And I just walked away? God, I'm such an asshole. He's clearly in no mood to talk. We have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. I know. We'll use this gun. Look at Mr. Winterbank, watching diligently over his shop. There's still so many things I'm curious about. But somehow I don't really feel like this is the right time to be browsing. Calming this fraught situation must be our first priority. I'm fairly certain that... Oh, I know. Bro, I ain't fucking... Man, dude, I'm so stupid. I know what to do. Hey, stop him. I walked past him like 4 times. Mr. Sholmes? You're examining with such keen interest there. As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. I guess I would say caramel, right? So, you've found me at last, Mr. Naruto. Sorry? That young pickpocket sent me on my way. I was forced to lurk in the shadows. This guy, because he took the fucking go away so seriously. Why is he taking it so seriously? Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. Damn, man, this guy is so sad. He got sent away. Look, he's literally sagging. He's Sagico. I had nothing to accompany my mind. But I was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left. This 7% solution of caramel. Caramel. Fuck. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruto? But how could you? I was so lonely. So desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. This is gonna both sound bad and good. No, it's gonna sound bad. But she looks great when she's like on the verge of tears. It would seem that my inferences are correct.
This is bad.
Okay, that was good. That was a good sound command use. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madame, sometimes I want. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So hot.
Oh god, it's happening. This is a piece of my chair. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Alright, let's just I'm just gonna pretend it's okay. We don't need that piece of my chair, alright? For anyone who doesn't know, shut up, not chair speedrun. For whoever doesn't know, I decided to actually try to fix my chair myself today. Okay? So I opened it up and fixed it up, but I might have messed up one plastic shell. So it should not be a fundamental part of the chair that fell off. So we should be okay. We should be okay, guys. Trust me. As long as I don't collapse, we're good. Okay? We're good. No worries needed, okay? I'm gonna keep that piece of my chair right here in the corner. Where I can remember it, even though I can't reattach it. Can't wait to see my chair. That's literally what happened the first time. But I actually know how to repair that if that does happen. But no, we're good, okay? We're good. My dear madame, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized, how much could I pawn it for? At least 3. It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. Oh, we're about to do the thing! Yeah, there's a second part to this game, which I may immediately start playing, or I might take a little bit of a break to do some other stuff. So, we'll see. I know I'm playing this game 3 times this week, so maybe we'll finish the case, maybe we won't. I have no idea. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Of course we're gonna deduce this shit. It's time. Yo, it's time. Do the thing. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. No ads. Thanks for the reminder, by the way. Remember, Chocobo, if I AFK, you know what to do. Where in blue places have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Harsh. Man just got knocked down. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Agud Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are 2 immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. What? I didn't play an ad. Wait, did you play an ad, Chocobo? Did Chocobo play an ad? Hold on. In the middle of me talking? Wow, dude. I have 10 minutes of pre-rolls off now. Thanks. Thanks, Chocobo. Why did you do it in the middle of me playing the game? Well, at least you know it works now. At least you know it works now. I said, remember to play one if I AFK. And if I AFK, you can do it for 3 minutes, which is 180 seconds. Because that way we have no pre-rolls or mid-rolls when you guys are actually watching the game. Okay, let's go. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as his hard-boiled egg. This is Benedict. You went to the washroom? There was an ad roll? Yeah, apparently Chocobo accidentally played the ad for your bathroom break and not mine. Playing ads literally makes it so people don't get ads when they don't want them to be there. Especially for those losers who don't have ad blocks that work. Or who aren't subbed. Just kidding. Anyone who's not subbed is still cool, okay? I really appreciate that you guys come back. Alright. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah yes, as I had hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular! Alright, how are you gonna fuck this up? So that I can fix everything for you. Mystery man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business have you ventured to this pawnbrokery today? You claim to have followed this pickpocketeer, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is that staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertising for this very shop. And yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. This cane which you unwittingly clutched to your person exhibits an uncontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing Ferrule. No, dude, it's the fucking initials. It says AG, which stands for a guy. That's his real name. The end of any walking cane will be terminated with a metal ferrule, to protect the wooden tip. Just the tip, though. And yet, a detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Do you really need the goggles for that? Therefore, it has only one conclusion. The rod you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. But a sword? You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. The moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. But a walking cane demands such a stout handle. amused eye. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is a sword? Is actually a shovel? Is the broken hand of a spade? What? It's a shovel, mate! Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. The tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery.
No, that's wrong.
Topic 2. Great crime. Well, that's a great crime you got there. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime which you have and the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? A bot? Get the fuck out of here, bot! Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shopkeeper's and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice and the count in which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. That flows in the very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What do you... In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery. You mean a heist by dint of the underground tunnels? Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank in the special reserves fund for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Did you just give him more information about how to rob something? I think that was a mistake, Sherlock. I mean, Herlock. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Narodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Is it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly in fact. Ah, and if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. That is because that man is a criminal.
Me.
But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will... Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all. Of my life, I assure you. I am not so unscrupulous. God damn it. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once this word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruto, an excellent idea. Ah ha 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 ha! I'm gonna do it. Well then, Mr. Naruto, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape. Let's do it! Time to solve it! Very well then. Let's start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Featuring Naruto Ryunosuke. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes! First of all, we must ask yourselves on what business you have ventured this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. So, in Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, but I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Aha! Scribbled writing! Of course! Oh! Look at that! Look at all the scribbled notes in the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it! What is it? Isn't it what it says? Name, Gina Lestrade, height 5'2", green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness! There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper?
Take that!
Take that! Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing in the sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Ah. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. Oops, that's the wrong voice. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you to here today, by which I mean here to Windibank Pawnbrokery today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you've written down to arrive. You've gone to some length to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Bro! Oh, never mind. I was wrong, never mind. I'm not even going to finish what I was about to say. The cane which you unwittingly clutch to your person exhibits an uncontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years! The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing Faroon. No, it's the frickin' goddamn thing! What's a Faroon? It's a metal cap commonly found at the end of a cane, Mr. Naruto. Ah, The bit that makes a nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly, and Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. It doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't, though the gentleman certainly did recall when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as sus. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. It's the AG. It's the AG. Look here, Miss Sus. There's some letters on the handle. Yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh, AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Because his name is Eggs Benedict.
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, initially. I initially thought so as well. But then I started looking at the ferule. A most astute observation, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Eggert Benedict? Or should I say, Eggert Benedict? As we are led to believe that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have a near grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. No, that's wrong! This cane isn't. You said before that you had that cane for years. Don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. The hell is ripped? His coat is ripped? You recoiled, sir. Is something wrong? In your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answering of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Did his shirt break? Oh man, I'll have to look around for a tear now. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to handling this riddle, you see? Wrong. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared introducing himself with a fake name, and then claiming that overcoat belongs to him. We know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. It ripped. Aha! I'm a genius! I'm a genius! Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise, sound a bit like a tiny growl. And now I think about it, it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If you were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? Wait, what? Wait, what? Did she just say she wanted to see all his clothes rip apart while he walked around? Okay. So, how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? It's really giving us some thought.
Take that!
The split seam which you evidently would like to conceal is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpockets, arg! This catalogue of untruths has been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. that fucking fanciful twirl. What irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Is this gonna be a part of a fucking murder now because people are gonna break into that bank because they know about it now? Oh, never mind. I forgot we still have the second part to do. The guy stole from my young pickpocket girl, yeah. Well, look, okay? Eggs Benedict here just wanted to live a simple life. And people keep bothering him, so he has to kill everybody all the time. He just wants to have a nice, simple life, man. He has the whole thing figured out. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? I've not been the one to deposit it in the first place. How could I meet? N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let's consider how one might have come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The fucking book? The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. No, he's the book! He's the book! The direction of the direction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk about tunneling into the sewers, which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor. And if you didn't know the word, Mr. Winterbank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know the word, Mr. Winterbank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Is it not the book? Is it this thing instead? Notelet? Look at this, Mr. Sato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Winterbank has scribbled to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor. Mr. Winterbank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. And an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Here's what other secrets I might see.
Take that!
Good night, Glaiach. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter in which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the notelet he has to hand. And then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Winterbank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word Professor on the notelet beside the ledger. That's such a shitty-ass frickin'... What a shitty way to set that up. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan! Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? You're quite serious. For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had a very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. Hold it? He brought his own... What the fuck? The articles we're talking about, the overcoat and the music box distills in one of the pockets. According to Mr. Winterbank, isn't even worth a penny. And this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Minodo. Could we, really? I'd better have a thorough look through the evidence that we've collected so far. Alright, let me look at these properly. It's gonna be on the other side. Aha! It's blood! Look at that the little bumps in the disc, they're so tiny. Yes, the protrusions are called pins, and they pluck the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Eggert Benedict. When Miss Lestrade tried to grab the disc from him, the pin scratched his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish. Daikon! Daikon legs! It accidentally catch your fingers. Ouch, just thinking about it hurts. It puts me off eating radish. Oh shit! 4 McGilded? Ooh. There's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look! A scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. 4 McGilded. McGilded! It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruto. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? That's important. We've come full London circle? True.
Take that!
You see this music box disc? I didn't even... No. You see this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, for McGilded. Ah! Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in the curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. You know what? This guy's not actually dead, is he? He's not actually dead, is he? Because you never saw his corpse, so you know that means he's alive. He faked his own death. A prominent man in London, through his loan mongering, demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. He probably like threw his top hat in there with some random guy's corpse. So you're an associate of his, are you, or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today. Was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Ah! To acquire an item deposit by Mr. McGilded. Salved! Deduction complete. Elementary, my dear Watson! Well, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expect to hear in these circumstances. My dear Wilson? Oh. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mr. Sato. Well, according to what Mr. Windibank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Oh, 2 months ago! 2 months ago is when the death happened! Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today would have been 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th February. Wait, is this gonna be like after he died? Oh, it's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening. Twice the time in which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Wait, so he was here as an alibi? His alibi was he was depositing this shit here? Through the girl, maybe? Wait, if the girl deposited it here at the time of the incident, what the fuck? How does that even make sense? You have, of course, liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose, however. I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. Oh my god, this man has a gun! It would appear be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Do I get myself shot? Yes. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. It may well be one of those things. And again, it may not. Mr. Winterbank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. For it to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Winterbank, no. Alright, that's enough. Inspector Gregson? That's convenient. This guy's theme is so similar to Detective Gumshoes to me. Inspector. That's alright, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about then, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. Would have seen you have the upper hand. Right, you lot have some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered by some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Winterbank nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end. If I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? That's the case, Inspector. Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. Oh! He's getting away! Wait, he fucking did he just backhand that man's fish and chips? And then run? Fancifully? Yo, you don't mess with a man's fish and chips, man. Get after him, lads. Whistle the beat officer too. Sir!
Now that's a lot of damage!
Alright, at least he got a spare. He got backup fish and chips. There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we've fitted emergency buttons underneath the counter for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking whatever it is of Mr. McGilded's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is, mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Grr. Grr, grumble, 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 grumble. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson. So is Gina fucking McGilded's daughter? Man, I should really change that wording. Is Gina McGilded's daughter? And we're summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued. All right. So I guess that was the part 1 of investigation, eh? You'd clock out if there was that kind of game? Really? I'd clock in. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's keep going. 15th April, Baker Street. See, that's why I ate grown-ups. Damn, you eat grown-ups? I think you guys probably made the joke already. I'm understanding it now in hindsight. understanding now in hindsight. Yeah, you guys made that joke, and now it just hit me. Now it literally just hit me right now. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let me keep it. I looked daggers at him for long enough. I went through the pockets and said, go on then. Have it. You want to tell me to stop? Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. Vor! I can't help feeling that it's going to get you in serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc? Man, I really wish they played in the damn music box. But Mr. Winterbank said it was practically worthless. Mr. Winterbank ain't got a scuffing nothing. Know what I'm saying? I don't know how to say shit. I think we're gonna go have another bash. Give him a long odd stare. I think not, Mr. Lestrade. We shan't enter Winterbanks again today. Why not? That's not fair. I can't be helped, I'm afraid. Police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winterbank. Not this morning. I had the disc for this. I had the ticket for this coat, and it was in this coat's pocket. There should be something else in all. What that rotten cove said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is. Yeah, she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, that's all your fault, Sholmes. So, what are your plans now? What are you done with us this evening? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. No, Ta. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. Why would I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Let's not lose our heads, though. Okay? Let's not lose our heads, though. Did I never add it as a sound command? Let's see. Okay. I swear I downloaded the sound and never added it. Chocobo just telling me to choke. Abo. Actually, I want to see now. Do I not have that fucking... Man! Why would I never add it? It's the best sound command to add. Yeah, I never added it. Did she steal something from us? Yeah, she probably stole our head, though. Let's not lose our heads, though, Ryan. Oh yeah, the only video that exists is a stupid-ass video.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
That's why I didn't add it, because it literally cuts off the let's part. It's because it's not lose our heads, though. Let's not lose our heads, though. Is that now on stream? I can't. This is the only one I can find. Look how great this video is. This is literally a top tier video. Let's not lose our heads, though. Let's not lose our heads, though.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
Why is this video funny to me? I don't care. Man, I have the worst humor, but I love it. It's such a dumb video, but I love it. Alright, add it on stream. Yeah, I would if I had the sound command. I don't have the sound. I want that clean cut of that sound, but that means I gotta go through Xenoblade sound files or beg someone who wants to do it. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me for quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering. Perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. Is someone going to die at this dinner? I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? That wouldn't be a surprise, my lady. You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until later, then. Let's not lose our heads, though. Them to lunch? Quite. Lunch happened. We ate pawnbroker for... Actually, I guess we're off on our own to eat our own lunch, and then eventually we'll meet for dinner. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, you can't gain access while Scotland Yard are investigating. What a fantastic city! Alright, let's just go where we're supposed to go, okay? Apparently we're supposed to go straight here. Ah, Susie and Reno. What the fuck did I just say? And Runo! Come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. Hee hee, you'll never guess. Those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news! Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yes, that does sound like fun. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo? I don't know, I think it's pretty good. Sussy? Oh, you're the one who said Sasato the first time, okay? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Curly? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. To think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face? Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is! Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How? How did you... Heh. Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book. Like what? This girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. But now we're the best of friends. Oh, hee, what a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow. suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Jeannie to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. I just hope she does actually come. Yeah, she'll come up as a fucking corpse. Bro, they're gonna kill Ginny, aren't they? I like her too. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, have you? Well, it has crossed my mind that... And where are your... and where are your real parents? My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mommy passed away when I was born. And around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries, and that's what's in the metal chest over there. Bro, it literally just fucking... I literally just understood that my memory is not faulty. And they just renamed them from Watson to Wilson specifically as censorship, didn't they? Is that what it is? Is that what's happened here? Yes? Bro, I've been thinking like, yo, I thought Wilson and Watson were two different people, and I was like, who the fuck is... I can't remember this Wilson man. Oh my fucking god. Dude, it was so obvious! So she is supposed to be Iris Watson. But then it got censored on this side. Okay, cool. He wrote them all up in his diaries, and that's what the metal chest over... And that's when the metal chest over there. Really, he recorded them all. So the original Herlock Sholmes stories are in there. I think you saying something about Wilson also made me confused too, because you're like, I can't believe her name is still Wilson. And I was like, what? I just stopped questioning it. So you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father? Are we gonna solve the murder of, like, John, his name is John, right? John Watson? Is that what we're about to solve? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. It only made me want to look even more. So I opened it up. I found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. And then he told me. That's when I found, and then he told me, and that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. It was tiny when he took me in. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, man, I gotta work on that. You know what? Let me do that again. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy, There we go. See that? That was better delivery. It must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Because of her skills of deduction? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things that you can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes. Oh shit! Who else does that? Basically, Apollo Justice does that. Yeah. He can see twitches that make people lie. I'm sure that people are lying. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved the case, it all vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So, the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. It's quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. It's quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diary that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study, so that I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went to some distant land, is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. Wait, I never realized that was him! I literally never made the connection until just now. Oh my god, dude. I'm so glad for flashbacks. That makes so much fucking sense, bro. I feel so stupid. I guess it's because it's not very obvious because I got the Wilson Watson thing confused. If it was just Watson, I would have been like, oh shit, I know that guy! But no, they can't use that name. Fuck, man. Why couldn't it just be Juan Jotson, huh? Why did they name Juan Jotson instead of fucking Wilson? Wilson! That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. A man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Mr. Sato. Yes? Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. What? Just tell her! Tell that 10-year-old everything. Ah, my dear fellows. How good to see you. Eek! Mr. Sholmes? Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Ah. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? Well, we've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? What were you talking about, my dear madame? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Oh, another music box disc. No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilden's disc. Oh my! Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for the detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'll be a pickpocketing assistant. And Uno could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught. Right. Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all her menacing crime notifications. Oh shit, the Phantom Thieves are back! Yes, I'd be delighted. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. You're my only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. Are you also a descendant of Chiaki? Chiaki? If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking whatever it is up McGill is down to the yard, thank you very much. Send it over. Oh, yes, of course. The police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow. We have no choice but to It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars. Like this. That's amazing! Damn, bro! Man, fucking caramel that shit! The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel! Caramel! Yes, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. In the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Play it! Do tell us that, Mr. Scholz. What music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. You know this guy in his candy mold? True. This guy's walking around with a candy mold. No idea. None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Bruno? You see, there's a box. Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances. You know what's really funny? When I searched up the music box Wikipedia, it was talking about fucking combs and shit. And I was like, damn, cool. And now it's talking about it for realsies. I spoiled the science. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it. I gotta use the same voice. I gotta use the wrong voice all the time, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented using a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. Fuck. So hard to say those words while also trying to do a fake-ass accent. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which used discs as these. Yeah, I read about how cylinders are the first one and the discs came after, in the late 1800s. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present. Isn't this like... Wasn't that the Herlock theme, but in a music box form? But it's the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm's music box does not match that of another, and we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. Damn, there's no universal law yet. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. I don't know, that sounded pretty hyped to me. That's very disturbing. The results are equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far. My dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Not the attic, that's my house! Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Quick, summarize it for us. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was the curse of the Reaper? No one knows till now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. Although Mr. McGill was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Jenny will be here before long. Or will she? Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. Of course, Sussy! There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? This will be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with a pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of an otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Were his words, I believe. You're the worst. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh, yes! The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. What happened? Did she said the whole thing instead of just saying Baskervilles. How does she know? What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Sussy? What did you just say? You're acting real sus right now, Sussy! You said The Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's because Mr. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. Oh, the fucking death glare, bro. She ain't having this shit right now. But Runo, The Hound of the Baskervilles, has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said that he'd keep it safe until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see? So that's why the manuscript is at Windibank's? And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley? What's going on? Was that what the fucking telegram was? Ah. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Mr. Strahd! This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. No, get back here! No, wait, Mr. Strahd, hold it! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh no, it's too awkward now, though. Shit's fucking awkward as fuck. Ah, shit, dude. Forgot to... Oh, you just pulled a me? You don't want to pull a me, man. Pulling a me is bad. Man, God, I got work for 4 days in a row after this. I hate it. I don't... Why don't I accept hours on Friday, man? God damn it! Oh, they're back. Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. I must kill you in the kitchen. I mean, right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is, then. True! True! Meddlesome to say! Cat. Meow. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves. Well into the night. Until death was at the doorstep. It was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine. I kind of wish they didn't skip over that. I wanted to see more interaction between them all. And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. She's the... Wait, did I just say that? I said that, didn't I? Wait, who just said that? Wait, she said that! But she's the one who was like fucking telling me, nah, that's a bad thing to learn. We gotta learn stealing. God damn it. Fucking hypocrite Susato. Naruhodo-san, can I consult with you about something? I wonder. What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. Ah, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. Is she gonna be a jury? Bro, is it gonna be a solo case for me? What, summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Stronghart has asked to see me. Oh, never mind. I don't know what that means. Never mind. Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. Bro, am I gonna have to defend her now? What if she's gotten like... what if she's gonna get thrown in jail? What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Who is it? Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends. Ah, Iris. Hello again. And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny... Wait. Is that why I keep feeling a weird vibration on my fucking table? Hold on, let's see if this shit's working. Oh my god, it is. My frickin' very worth it PS5 controller has been vibrating to every fucking exclamation in this game. I was like, what the hell is that noise? Maybe I should just use this. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. I don't know what each button does, though, so this is kind of a mistake, honestly. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us, wasn't it wonderful? Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine! Oh, I felt it this time. That was weird. Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius. So anyways, here, you can have it back. But I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yes, good night. So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy any chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yes, me too. Ha! 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 It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Yes, I suppose she probably does. Oh shit, this music though. Can I figure... Okay, these are all still letters on my screen that are keyboards. Maybe I can figure out the buttons. Let's see here. Okay, I figured out how to open my court record. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Oh god, oh, confirm is X. That's history. Cool. I think I'm just gonna continue using my mouse and then just ignore the vibrations that are happening. You know, I'm just gonna unplug this controller. That might help. Alright, cool. Let's talk. The manuscript. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. Did she know from fucking John Wilson? Alright, I understand. Oh no, oh yeah, because John Wilson was close friends with her dad, right? So I guess it's very likely they've interacted in that way. And she's being awkward about it because then she has to tell her about how his dad died. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up. It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This manuscript, or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner. Yeah? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? 6 feet under. He had to go away on urgent business, to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him. Oh, so she does think he's still alive, doesn't she? Or hoping that. Shit, dude. Oh, right. Come to think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents, either. Perhaps we should ask her. Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story. I take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right, although I thought it was fascinating. But it's different though, somehow. From the other cases, I mean. Oh, how? I don't really know, but it must be special in some way, because after I'd written it, and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris, but the story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. Why not? It's one of my best works! I'm not at liberty to say, not now. So please, do not ask me. Alright then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. Death flag! And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbank, isn't it? Yes, Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. Really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean. It's what it is. Keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Eh. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. A lot of too trusting for your own good. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying on Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? We can't just say that. Can't just say that and just stop. Come on. That's not what I meant to do. Also, to let you guys know, I am going to be ending stream within like 40-ish minutes or so, because I gotta wake up early for work, unfortunately. So we're going to be done very soon. Your parents. You. Why you? Also, did you put in your notice yet? How's that whole plan going? You're supposed to be done this month, right? I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. You're broke, so you gotta stay longer? Oof, sorry to hear that. Guess you gotta keep doing this stupid... Is your schedule at least gonna get better at all? Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with holy shit, it's hard to do this. No one wants nothing to do with us. From the minute we were born, not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're pickpocket. Nah. That was my life. I love it. I love it. Could get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But, having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you've never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. But we're lying to her now. We're the assholes by not telling her the truth. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mental script or whatever, right? But come on, it's obviously a lot of rubbish. It's a hard no life for them. Oh my, what would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really an old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, In other words, you could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You ain't just realized it yet. I'm telling you, the manuscript ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Have a look. If you... that literally just reminded me of fucking Ace Attorney versus Layton. Because when you were playing as Layton and you didn't take that, you would just say, have a look. It was so stupid, but I loved it. Even if you think you trust him, I don't. That Sholmes a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness, look at the time! Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning, I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then. I'm catching up to where you are hella fast. Don't worry. Unless it's within the next 40 minutes, you should be safe. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's really just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night, too, Naruto-san. Where am I gonna sleep? Where am I gonna sleep? Are they gonna tell me where I'm sleeping? Dr. John H. Wilson. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. Can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. I kind of love how all these newer Ace Attorney games just like merge all the cases together into one giant major case that's all eventually all connected. Stir! Naruhodo! Mr. Naruhodo. Voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Oh, is it? Sorry, I used the wrong voice then. All your friends are dead. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Mr. Strahd. She's gone. Gina? Stir, Naruto, stir! Are you dead? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, if she's an independent young woman, she probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mr. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for her I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. I'm scared, man. Bro, are they really gonna kill her? They're really gonna kill her off, man? I like her. What's this a boot? What's this a bow? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Winterbank's? No. Don't tell me she's going there to try to prove that Mr. Sherlock and Bloms is lying. It's simple. If that story was really in old Winterbank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world... Okay, you know what's gonna happen? She's gonna be the suspect. Because she's gonna go in there for the stupid-ass reason, and she's gonna end up being at a murder scene. That's what's fucking gonna happen. You know what, I know what, everyone knows it. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Either that or she's dead. You know, I guess it could be both ways. If she's dead, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. So hopefully it's not that one. Could Gina have gone... It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Marodo. Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. Once. Mr. Sato? Where the hell did you come from? Go to sleep. Just hope for the better thing and don't think I'll talk about death. True. The door to Winterbanks. It's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina's, mustn't it? Why am I like... This feels like it's building up to a Danganronpa death versus an Ace Attorney death. Because usually in Ace Attorney you just have the death immediately, right? But in this one it's like... I feel like I'm gonna hear the fucking Danganronpa murder song. You know that sound for like 5 seconds? Where it's like, you know, that really creepy noise? Let's hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. I should make that sound a sound command. Would you guys like that? The fucking Danganronpa death sound as a sound command? I feel like that might be a good idea. With a longer cooldown probably because it's a long sound. I feel like that could be, there's potential there. There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Duh! We just got shot? Ah. Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes! What the? Sholmes been shot? Ah. Leave me. I am dying. Leave me, Mr. Naruto. But... After them, go! Right. Wait, he's not gonna die. They're not gonna kill Sholmes, right? Blast! I've lost them. Hello, hello, what have we? The alarm was raised from this pawnbroker's, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? Crikey! Wait, are they gonna say that Mr. Sholmes stole it? Man, what's gonna happen? I'm so confused. There's so many possibilities. With the policeman close behind me, I ran back into Winterbanks. Please. Please don't do this to me, game. What is this? Who is that? Okay, no, okay, no, we're good. Oh, anime. Wait, he's dead.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruto.
No, he's alive. Finally, I heard someone say Mr.
What
Naruto.
is it?
It's hard to say that.
Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom.
No.
Hurry!
No, stop. I don't want to see it. Don't tell me she's dead. No, don't do it. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, game. Stop. Stop it. Okay, who cares? I don't give a shit about... Who cares if he's dead? I don't give a fuck. You better be unconscious.
It's Gina!
You better be unconscious. This fucking... Oh, I swear to God. This motherfucking game. He probably killed himself. Yeah, because he always kills himself. He probably... Okay, here's what happened, guys. Those two sus individuals stole the manuscript, which is really important to the overarching story of this game. Then he was like, oh no, I failed everyone. And then he shot himself. And this happened to be that Gina walked in there was like, oh my God, he's dead. And she fainted. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, you know, it's a locked room mystery. You know, Gina was the only one in there, the old man. So obviously Gina killed him because Gina's an asshole. And they're gonna be like, but she has no motive. And oh yeah, wasn't Gina literally just arguing with that man the day before? There's plenty of motive. Maybe she was feeling gypped about the pawn. You know, that's what's gonna happen. I'm calling all of that right now, all at once. Bang! Ah. I'll be alright, Mr. Naruto. That's not what you said. After them, go! That's not what you said. You changed your words. Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry! We're seeing the same scene, but in game mechanics. Oh god, the fucking gun's in her hand. Really, dude? Real dude. Wait. Oh, for a second I thought she got shot too. It's Gina? From that moment, Winterbank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. Was that cop again because it's his beat? Is this actually still in his beat? She is alive. That is good. And we're going to prove that she didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing. You can't trust adults. But you don't shoot them. It was just before dawn, before I was allowed back into my lodgings at 221B. She ate adults. Yeah. She ate them, but she ain't eating them enough to shoot them. Mate? Fuck, I don't know. Let's go. What happened? Bro, stop it. Just don't AFK ever again, and then you won't miss anything, Chocobo. Come on, it's simple. It's simple, dude. When did you AFK? Tell me when you disappeared, because obviously a lot of things can happen. How about AFK right now? Nah, it's not even worth the joke. Half an hour ago? What's the last thing you saw? That's not. How is that a bit? That's like a significant amount of time. You don't. Okay, you know what? Hopefully it'll all just piece together for you then. All right. If you have any questions, just ask them and I'll answer them. Oh, Iris. Like specific questions, I mean. A telegram came, but all it said was wait at home. For an almost 4-hour stream, 30 minutes is a bit? No, that's like 12% of the stream. That's a lot. Oh yes, we asked one of the police, 12.5% actually. That's not a bit. You know what 12.5% tax is? Annoying. And ours is higher than that, so... We must ask the policeman to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Okay, here's what happened, Chocobo. We had the dinner. People think that Susato is sus because she could guess the name of a book that's never been published, even though Iris only said a part of the name. Okay, and wait, what? All right, fuck it. This is what I get for trying to help. Yes, I'm afraid so. I thought you were actually leaving. Bro, okay, let me just fucking... Okay, look. Look. Okay? Sleepover was having fun. People are sus of sus. Sussy is sus because she knows more than she's letting on. She got a telegram to be and got summoned by the Lord Justice Supreme, but alone, and I'm not allowed to go. Okay, that's what the telegram was. Okay, and then we were hanging out, and they came to visit us in the middle of the night, Gina and her, and they're like, yo, sup, what y'all, right? Okay, and then Gina was all like, yo, Sherlock's lying your ass, bro. And then what happened was everyone went to sleep, and then I got woken up in the middle of the night by Sherlock de Molar, the Holmes himself, okay? And then he was like, "Oh yeah, Gina's kind of missing right now. Gina's not here right now. It's kind of weird. It's kind of sus." And then I was like looking out the window. I was like, "Oh shit, there's light on at the old pawnbrokers." Don't tell me she went there to steal something. And then we went over there, and then two guys were like, "Hey guys, we're two silhouettes. You can't see who we are. We're mysterious." And then they shot Mr. Holmes, Mr. Sholmes, and he got shot and collapsed. I heard a chase after the two shadows, and then the cops were like, "Hey man, what seems to be the problem?" And I was like, "Yo, my friend got shot." And then we got back, and he didn't even show up in the cutscene because he didn't even give a shit. He apparently just left. So we went back, and there was anime. And they went back, and then Herlock was all like, "Yo, don't worry about me, man. Go check out that door right now, real quick." And then fucking Naruhodo was all like, "Oh shit, that door, So then he went to that door, tried to open it. It was locked. But luckily for them, they had a cat door installed on the top. Thanks to the old-fashioned cat door gun. So he opened up the cat door that's on the ceiling of the door, and he looks inside, and Fat Man croaked. Fat Man down the ground. Okay? And then you know who was next to Fat Man? Gina. With a gun. Oh, shit. Except she was unconscious. But, oh shit, dude. No, Gina was unconscious. Oh shit, dude. And now, Iris woke up and said, "Something happened last night. I'm so very worried." And now I'm like, yeah, well, here's my best summary. That cop literally didn't exist. He just disappeared. He was like, "Crikey! I'm sorry to have to tell you all this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank winded up dead. He was, how should I say, punctured by a bullet, possibly at lethal speeds. We discovered early in the early hours of this morning." "Oh, yes, I had a feeling. I specifically had a feeling that Mr. Windibank was going to die today from a bullet wound. I just woke up this morning feeling, yes, this is truly the end for Mr. Windibank." "You did?" "Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. But when we entered Mr. Windibank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of two thugs. They ran onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away. So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windibank, I suppose. I don't know, but it's not what the police believe at the moment." "Oh, why not?" "They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina." "Ginny? Why?" "Well, the thing is..." "No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know, but none of us think she did it. And why have they arrested her?" "I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do." We'll go for Gina's first. "I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they?" "Wait, what?" "No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windibank... Holy shit. Mr. Windibank was found on the floor of the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. The storeroom door was locked from the inside." "I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well." "No. And according to the detectives who investigated afterward..." "Don't tell me there was no one else in the room?" "Yes, exactly. How did you know?" "It's the only explanation." "Yes, the only explanation, indeed." "What do you mean by that, Bruno?" "Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't." "So where is Hurley, then? Is he still there investigating the scene?" "He really ought to have some breakfast. Not good for him to miss meals." I want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. Bro, come on, really? She made a joke about him being gunned down before I properly told her what happened. This is what I get for clicking things out of order. She just had a feeling, you know? She just had that. She had a time to make that joke, even though I never even told her that he got shot. I ruined the whole game, dude. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Winterbanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley? Was shot? No. It's all right. His life isn't in danger. We could have started with that. You could have started with that, maybe. What the fuck, dude? Why did you not start with that part? Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinner's. I don't like the sound of that. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. Because he's invisible. He's completely gone out of the visible spectrum. No matter what we try to do, we can't see him at all. To operate? No, poor Hurley. Injured Sholmes. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see? And then Mr. Sholmes was like, "No shot!" It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After that, go! After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think it's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they'd went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well. Who knows? On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Sus situation. Where's Susie, Una? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there? Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know. You should have let me know. Should have let me know? Should have let me know? Should have let me know? Is this right? Or should it be known? No, I guess it should. This is right. My tenses are just confused. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. No, Iris needs to be my current temporary partner. Come on. Come on, game. Do it. You won't. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of the murder. Dude, Bro, can I do a deduction scene with her? That would be so cute. But I don't want to leave her alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me. Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Cool! She did join us. I was right. I mean, it was kind of obvious that it was going to happen, but look, she's there now as my partner. I love attic rooms, don't you? They're so exciting. It's always a bit quiet when Hurley's not around. This place feels different from normal. To normal today for some reason. You know, I think a visit to this place could be a good idea. I haven't been to this place yet. Don't forget to take me with you when you go. Wait, oh, I didn't mean to go to the prison first. I meant to go to the hospital. Bro, dude. Alright, whatever. I'll probably do this conversation, then we're going to call the stream. I just wanted to meet up with Gina and see how things are going. Maybe Gina's still in a good mood, you know? But I don't want to take a child to prison to meet her friend. Oh shit, they have a cat door on this cell too. Damn. Hello, Gina. Don't. How do you still have that in the prison? Bro, how do you still have that in the prison? Bro, how do you... Stop. Thank you for listening. Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. We got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. Yeah, but you don't pinch people's lives. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay on me. Lay me up. Oh my god. Just to see what I could lay me and my hands on. My hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said him on my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? She's in a good mood. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? You wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. The whole trial. They pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it has always been for me growing up in the back slums. My whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, you'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers. Or worse. I've had it happen to me. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. As soon as you do, you're gonna grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it! Ginny, don't you trust Bruno? Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Damn it, I hate these people who don't want to be represented and then I gotta fucking convince them to be represented somehow. Those are the most annoying people. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. That's not true, dude. We all know you didn't do it for money. You did it because you wanted to protect your friend, okay? That's gonna be the fucking... That's gonna be the big-ass fucking reveal. She wants you to represent her, but she wants you to fight her. So she's a tsundere? She's a tsundere victim? Or tsundere sustere? Sustere? There you go. But the old bloke walks in on me and, you know, the rest. Why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know? It's a lot of work. And half the time you do it, you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? Yo, are we about to deduce this shit? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? I'm gonna comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Oh, like the lies in that fucking court case from 2 months ago? You mean like that, Ginny? Unforgivable lies. What did you mean before, Jinya? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies we've been told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. You're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. It's a cat. A snow cat? A photographic print. A really adorable cat. I don't want the pockets of this coat. I saw that, by the way, I saw that picture before. I know exactly where that picture was. It was sitting on the desk at the pawn shop. Next to the fucking notepad and shit. I remember wanting to click it, but I couldn't. I found it one of the pockets of this coat. There's no point in me having it. It was not in that coat, bro. I know exactly where that shit was, bro. You know what? Oh, never mind. It's not even here. Okay. I wonder what a little photograph was like that I was doing in the pocket of my overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny. Alright, here it is. Here it is, dude. Here it is, dude. Ha! I knew it. I knew it. Every time. What does it say? Look at the back of this print here. There's something written on it. 13th February, 9 o'clock p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. One amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13 April, 9 p.m. Why not distinctively? Because everyone's dumb. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket. 13th February, that could be significant. I always do that too. Whenever I get anything, I look at the back of it. I think I learned it because of the very sad realization when you have like a homework sheet at school that there was a whole back page you didn't do problems for and then you get in trouble. Happened to me like several times. I think that's just made me want to check the back of everything just in case there's some important information. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it? Small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Who knows? If Mr. McGilda still had the ticket, and presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Yes. It's something McGilda deposited. We need to investigate. Updated. It's actually a pawnbroker's ticket, baby. So she wants us to look through this thing real quick, and then we can defend her in court. She's being coy. She's being coy, all right? Anyways, guys, I think that is going to be it for me today. We are going to be continuing our stream tomorrow, right? I think, yeah, tomorrow, and then it's going to be Thursday after that, because I got a closing shift on Wednesday. So, hopefully I survive work tomorrow and all this other shit that's coming up, all these work shifts coming up. And I will be continuing this tomorrow. YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please leave a like. I really appreciate it. Come hang out on Twitch if you want. Y'all are more than welcome. Yeah. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay. See ya, YouTube.